Got fitted Japan! Telling me on business, I'm all about my business, but I ain't got no briefcase, yeah, all I got's some whiskey, open now the whiskey, bring it to you. Yeah, I'm leaning up against the door, and my feet set to the floor, and we're messing on go, yeah, I've been in before, I'm a broken man, needing remedial lands, I'm all about my business.
What's up, feeders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan in the news, but not for this episode. Faders, for this episode, I am here all by myself. I'm just podcasting all by myself again, but that's okay because I got you. I got all you guys out there, so we are podcasting together. This is live on YouTube, so if you're listening to the podcast on I guess any audio platform, we're also on YouTube. You can watch the video. You can see my ugly mug drink coffee. Yes, this is coffee. I'm drinking coffee. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning here in Tokyo town. Oh man, I've been in Tokyo for over half my life now. Over half my life I've been living in Tokyo. I've been here since pretty much like the 90s. And I gotta say, one of the most beautiful times of the year is right now. Right now it is April 6th. And it is a Sunday, a glorious, beautiful Sunday here in Tokyo town. And I gotta say, 80% of the population is outside. Everybody's outside. And why are they outside? Because right now, at this time, at this very moment, we have full bloom of the gorgeous cherry blossoms here in Japan. Yes, Japan right now, pretty much, I guess, like the Tokyo region is the most beautiful part of the planet. Yes, I don't care where you are on this beautiful planet. The most beautiful place on the planet right now is Tokyo. So, mark your calendar for next year if you're going to take a little trip. Come here, come here. It is absolutely stunning. The cherry blossoms are just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. Everywhere you go, you see the cherry blossoms. They're all over the country, all over the country. Not just Tokyo, and they are just stunning, stunning. They're magical, to be honest. And since I've been here for so long, I've seen the cherry blossoms everywhere. I've seen them in all sorts of major parks like Yoyogi Park, Inagashita Park. Just name the park, I've been there, right? But I've also been to cemeteries, I've been to shrines, I've been to mountains. I've been all over the place to see the cherry blossoms in my time here in Japan. And a recommendation, go to a couple of places. If you're visiting Japan, don't just go to one place and call it a day. Go to a couple of places and see the cherry blossoms. If you do happen to go to a cemetery, and the only cemetery to go to is the one that's in by Omotesando. That one there is like kind of like this open cemetery and stuff. Please be respectful. Don't touch anything. Don't step on anything. Just go in there and stuff. And if you go towards Roppongi, I mean, you'll see it basically, or just look at a map. It's massive, a massive cemetery. But please be respectful. Let's see the pros and cons of going to Yoyogi Park or Inagashita Park or any other park, Ueno Park. There's a billion trillion zillion people there, and they've had tarps on the ground where they're having little picnics, and they've been there since maybe 6 o'clock this morning, keeping their space, right? I had a friend once, this is about maybe right before the pandemic, I think maybe 2017 or something. He organized a big, huge picnic with like maybe 50 friends. And he went there, I think like 7 o'clock in the morning. He had this tarp he set up, and then he just fell asleep until like 10 o'clock when people started showing up. He guarded his land. But yeah, there's a million people there. If you go to Yogi Park right now, it might be a gridlock, to be honest. That park has probably got, I would say, close to like half a million people there. It's crazy. It's a great party. It's a lot of fun. It's very exciting. Yeah. Another cool place is Meguro River towards Nakameguro, all the way towards Gotanda. It's a beautiful river, but the river was not designed for people to view the cherry blossoms. It was actually Meguro River was designed for transport. Way back in the day when Tokyo was a very young city, it was kind of like Venice. There's rivers that went all throughout the city, and where people were sending their goods and products and services and stuff. They were using the river system, right? Now most of those rivers are covered, right? But Meguro River is still there, but it was used for commercial purpose. It wasn't designed for, oh God, it's a gridlock right now. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. You probably can't move if you go up there. There's hundreds of thousands of people there. It is crazy. But yeah, it wasn't designed for that. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If you're coming out to see the cherry blossoms, keep in mind that it's very, very difficult to really enjoy the cherry blossoms when you go and peak season, peak time of day or whatever. Yeah, it is absolutely insane. I got a couple of recommendations. If you do want to see the cherry blossoms on Meguro River or Yoyogi Park or a park like that, wake up very early. Wake up very, very, very early. I recommend maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. And actually, that might even be like the most beautiful time to see the cherry blossoms because you got the sun coming up and stuff, and the sky's this blue. It's beautiful outside. You get a beautiful sky and so on. It's amazing. That or what my wife and I like to do is we do midnight cherry blossoms. When the last train stops, and all the tourists are gone and all the people are gone. And when I say tourists, I mean international tourists and Japanese tourists, people from other parts of like the country. They like to come in and see cherry blossoms in the major parts and stuff. The Shinjuku Koen's very, very popular for that. And we go at night. We go late at night. We get a couple of drinks, and then we just walk down the river and we enjoy the cherry blossoms with a minimal crowd, mostly locals, and mostly very drunk locals. Past midnight, everybody's wasted. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's a very, very beautiful time right now here in Tokyo, in Japan. I shouldn't say Tokyo, I should say Japan, because all over the country there's beautiful cherry blossoms. Now, if you really, really, really want to see the cherry blossoms, have a very intimate experience, get outside of Tokyo, leave Tokyo, go to like maybe a neighboring city somewhere or something, somewhere far away, and then enjoy the cherry blossoms there because the cherry blossoms outside of Tokyo are just as beautiful as the cherry blossoms in Tokyo. It's not a secret. I recommend that. I've done that too. Mm, I've got lukewarm coffee. Oh my gosh, my coffee cooled down. Oh my goodness. And the weather's been quite beautiful here in Japan. We've had some storms and some rainy weather earlier in the week, but right now this weekend is absolutely fantastic. Today is Sunday and it's gorgeous. I hear English. Can you hear that? Hello. I hear tourists speaking English walking past my building. I think they're Australian. Oh, I might. The flowers are over there. That's my horrible, horrible Australian accent, and I do apologize. I do apologize. I'm really bad with accents, except for my own. I'm pretty good with my own accent. Mm. So, Faders, yes, cherry blossoms are here. They're beautiful. Today might be the last day. If you're watching this podcast and you're living in Japan, get outside. Go to your 7-Eleven, Family Mart, local conveni, get a couple of beers, and just go for a walk. Walk somewhere, enjoy the flowers, enjoy this beautiful weather before the rainy season kicks in and it's going to be typhoons. Oh my gosh. Woo! Man, speaking of rainy season, my personal season's been quite rainy. Not rainy, I shouldn't say that. It's been busy, busy, super busy. Um, I've received your messages, your emails, whatever. Yes, I haven't had a podcast in a while because I have been so very overwhelmed with work. I've been so incredibly swamped with tasks and responsibilities and so on. And it's all because My grand exhibition, Tokyo Art Tank Volume 13, starts tomorrow. Maybe it's the best timing, maybe it's the worst timing. I don't know. It's right after the Cherry Blossom festivals, and it starts tomorrow. And yeah, I've been working for the last 3 months nonstop on Tokyo Art Tank. Tokyo Art Tank is my baby. It's something that I started years ago, and it's just getting bigger and better, and just it's just incredible. And let's see. I guess if you're new to the show, I guess I should probably explain Tokyo Art Tank a little bit. Tokyo Art Tank is an all-inclusive art exhibition. It's 7 days long, and on every single day, I have an event. And that is something special about Tokyo Art Tank. And it's free to the public. It's free. Anybody can come in and enjoy any of the activities. They can enjoy the artwork. I hope that you support the artwork by buying something, maybe a t-shirt or tote bag or sticker or whatever the artists have. And it is absolutely brilliant. I spent a lot of time finding the best artists with the most positive personalities I can for this art exhibition. And I'm trying to do something special for this country that I love, Japan. And I'm bringing artists together. I'm bringing art together. I'm bringing music and entertainment together for the whole country to enjoy. And it has been absolutely fantastic. Since the first one all the way up to now, it's just been growing and getting bigger and better. And we've been having just so much fun doing this, and it is absolutely spectacular. And every single day, I have a special event. Tomorrow, I highly recommend anybody listening, watching, whatever, telepathically getting this podcast to come tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Monday, April 7th, and then from 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock, we have our opening reception where all the artists are going to be there. It's going to be more intimate than next weekend. Next weekend is going to be mayhem. Hopefully it won't be like Yoyogi Park right now. Yoyogi Park is bonkers right now. I might go. I might go to Yoyogi Park and check it out later. I don't know. But tomorrow we have an opening reception. On Tuesday we have a yoga and art class that's conducted by a very famous yoga instructor. Her name is Shuko, and that's free. RSVP, please. And let's see. On so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have our film festival. It's pretty much booked, fully booked, but we have six local Tokyo filmmakers who are going to be showing their latest art, their latest films, and that is going to be absolutely spectacular. Every year it gets bigger and better, and just is so amazing. It's incredible. Free popcorn. And then on Thursday we have a creative writing workshop, and that is very cool. And then on Friday we're gonna have what? Two bands and maybe a DJ. We definitely have two bands booked, acoustic bands and a DJ. And then on Saturday, we have DJs and a band. We've got Anthony H's band, Stuck in Skin. I think it's called Stuck in Skin Collection or Collective. Stuck in Skin Collective. That's it. Yes. But it's Anthony H's new band, and it's absolutely spectacular. I've booked them a couple of times, and they are great, amazing performers, beautiful music. They are amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Saturday is going to be huge. And then Sunday we don't, no, Sunday we do have one acoustic band that's going to perform at 3 o'clock. And yeah, so every single day we have something going on. It is super cool. All the artwork is amazing, and these events are just pretty much almost killing me. um yeah, for two Tokyo Art Tanks after the exhibition, I had to go to the hospital because I had colitis or stress problems. Oh man. Um and because why am I having these issues? Well, because I'm doing everything. I like to have control. I like to do everything my way, I guess. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Like Frank Sinatra, Sid Vicious, I did it my way. But yes, basically, Tokyo Art Take is my brainchild. I came up with the concept, the style. I do all the bookings. I do all the design. I work with the gallery. I do the promotion. I do absolutely everything. I get everything together. I make sure everything's in check. I show my artwork. Yeah. So I get my artwork together and I show that. So I'm painting and getting everything together and stuff for Tokyo Art Tank. But yeah, I do it all. And Since I think I'm very lucky because since I work with such great people, the gallery's great, all the artists are great. Every company that I work with for Tokyo Art Tank is absolutely great. That yeah, the stress is not as bad as it sounds, but yeah, it's pretty incredible. And gosh, I really can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the opening reception, and it is going to be spectacular. If you want to see the artwork in more of a quiet atmosphere, not quiet, we're going to have like music and stuff and drinks and cocktails and stuff, but less noisy than the weekend and stuff and more relaxed. Definitely Monday, tomorrow is the time to come by. And yeah, I've got limited goods. I'm going to be showing four of my latest artworks, and if you've been following me on Instagram, you can see all my artwork there and stuff. That's no secret and stuff. But I got four of my latest paintings that I'm going to be exhibiting. I'm also going to be selling tote bags and t-shirts right here. I got this stuff right here, rocking, pretty cool. Da, 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 da. And I'm really, really proud of these. And something else that I'm really proud of, I bought a case of beer, and it's Gamuso beer. Gamuso is the company. Actually Gamuso is one of our sponsors, and they're a bar, live house, nightclub in Asagaya, owned by Pee Wee, the glorious, fabulous Pee Wee. And he created a beer. And his beer is called Gamuso Midnight Run IPA, and he used my artwork as the label. And I bought a case of this beer. I bought a case of this beer. How do I open this? And for a limited time at Tokyo Art Tank, oh, look at this. I will be having my beer available to the public. So yes, yes, yes. Uh-oh, wait. I'm getting a note. Well, not to throw you off topic, but how difficult is it for an American to gain employment residence in Japan? Oh, okay. So how difficult? I just got a message. Where okay, I'm getting messages. Okay, you guys watching. I shouldn't read the chat. Once I read the chat, I get thrown off topic. But yeah, how difficult is it to get a residence in Japan? Kind of not easy, but possible. A lot of paperwork. I recommend hiring a lawyer. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Yes, but I've been living in Japan since the 90s pretty much. So, but anyway, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not going to read the chat. Not going to read the chat anymore. But anyway, yes, I'm going to have my own special beer at Tokyo Art Tank. So come on down. It's limited. I only have 24 of these. I bought one case. I was thinking about buying two cases. I know it's going to sell out probably in the first couple of days. But yeah, so if you come early, if you come on Monday, you're guaranteed to get a beer. It's absolutely fantastic. Please come and get a beer. It is absolutely delicious. This is the best IPA I've tried in Tokyo. And I've tried a lot of IPAs, and there's a lot of good ones. Oh my gosh. I was at this bar in Nakameguro called Coasters, and you got to go to Coasters. Coasters, mwah, fantastic place, great food, great people, great beers, and they just made a new IPA, which is good, and it's close to the Midnight Run IPA. Midnight Run IPA is still my favorite, but it's close. Yeah, so go to Coasters, check them out, and definitely come down to Tokyo Art Tank tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I've been so busy, so busy. I haven't had a haircut in months. Look at my sideburns. My sideburns are dreading. Isn't this crazy? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Haven't been to the dentist. Oh man. Haven't ate, haven't slept. I drink a lot of coffee though. My goodness. Mm. Oh man, I got another message. All right, I'm reading one more message. One more message. Where is Tom? Ah, Tom. Yes. Tom, my old co-host, kind of still my co-host, I guess. Tom, basically, he's got a kid. His kid, I think, is like 5 years old. He's got a job. He just bought a house. Did he buy a house? He's renting a house in the suburbs. He's like an hour south of Tokyo, maybe a little more than that. And the dude is busy. The dude is busy. He's just like me, super busy. But when you're busy with a kid, it is hard to get your schedule together, especially when you're working full time. So it's hard to do the podcast with Tom. Geez, maybe I can get him on the show in a week or a couple weeks or something like that. But he can only do the show at like 8 o'clock in the morning, you know? And so it's kind of hard to get him here to do the podcast and stuff or to do it. And I don't like doing like the online podcast thing. the back and forth isn't really natural, so like when you have two people together sitting on a sofa and talking about, what's going on with them in the news and stuff, it's like a whole different dynamic. It's more real, it's the way it should be, I think. I mean, I will do more well, I will do Zoom like interviews and stuff like that in the future, but I try to avoid that at all costs just because I don't think it's fair to you guys, it's because it's like not synthetic, but it's just not real. It's not real. It's just like when you're with your friends and you're at a bar and you're hanging out and you're having a couple of drinks and you're just talking about this, that, and the other thing. It's great. It's fun. You can feel the energy and the excitement of it. But when you do something on Zoom, it's just like somebody talks and then you try to talk. Somebody talks, you try to talk. And some people do it. Some people do and they do it well, on their podcast, and good for them. But yeah. Mm. But yeah, am I going to get another co-host? Yeah, I might. I might. I'm thinking about it. But right now, all my focus right now is on Tokyo Art Tank. Tokyo Art Tank is like, oh, it's just so much work. So much work, so much I mean, you have no idea. Like Tokyo Art Tank, when you organize like an art exhibition, it's just like, you just do the art exhibition. But when I do Tokyo Art Tank, it's not just an exhibition, it's an exhibition plus, you've got the opening reception, which is the cocktail party, you've got yoga and art classes, you've got a film festival. I mean, have you ever organized a film festival? Oh my God. Film festivals are really hard to organize because you're working with directors, and directors, they have their crews, their people, they're trying to get their films done just in time for a deadline for you to get everything together. Like the art exhibition starts tomorrow, and I'm still waiting on two film directors to send me their stuff. I'm calling them up. I'm sending messages. They're giving me all sorts of excuses. Oh my gosh. But I mean, it's great. It's part of the job. But yeah, it's basically every single day is an event. So it's like seven events happening one after the other for this huge extravaganza. But you know what? I do it for the love, man. I do it for the love of the community, the love for art, the love for just, just getting people together. And the cool thing about Tokyo Art Tank is, all right, I might be rambling. I may digress. I may be misspeaking, but yeah, I'm exhausted. So hey, so be it. But anyway, yeah, the thing about Tokyo Art Tank is I don't interview, but I have a conversation with every single artist before they exhibit their work or before I choose for them to exhibit their artwork because I do my best to make sure that every single artist is a very friendly and positive person because I believe that when you go to an art exhibition and the artists are all welcoming and they're all positive and they're all friendly and stuff, it enlightens the whole environment. It makes everybody feel more comfortable and more happy to enjoy the artwork and stuff. And so I make sure that everybody is super cool. And of course, I make sure that their artwork is great too. But it's just like two qualifications that I need for Tokyo Art Tank, which means when you, the public, comes to enjoy Tokyo Art Tank, you get the best experience because you can talk to any artist. You can ask them about their artwork. You can ask them about their process, their concepts, their art direction regarding their paintings, their sculpture, their films, whatever. I make sure that the whole environment is super positive. And that's a really cool thing that I'm doing because I think it's really, really cool to go to an art exhibition and experience that kind of environment because I'll be honest, I've been to countless receptions and art exhibitions and galleries and so on, and most of them are pretty good. Most of them are pretty good, but it's just sour grapes when you go to a gallery or a party or something like that, and there's an attitude everywhere where everybody is like so much cooler than you, and you go in there and you're just like, oh wow, this person's like, completely ignoring me. This person's staring daggers at me. This security guard told me not to touch anything, even though I'm not even touching it. My hands are in my pockets and stuff. It's just a bad vibe. And I've experienced that quite a bit. And then when I started Tokyo Art Tank, I decided that I want the polar opposite, man. I want people to come in and enjoy themselves and just have a good time at Tokyo Art Tank. And so, yeah, that's what I'm trying to create. And I'm doing my best to create a positive vibe for everybody to enjoy. So, and that's it. Dun, Tokyo Art Tank. And once again, I can't stress this enough. Please come on Monday. Monday's the opening reception. It's going to be the best time to come and enjoy the artwork. If you can't come on Monday, come during the day throughout the week. Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be super busy. It's going to be super, super, super busy because it's the weekend. So if you really want to enjoy the artwork and meet the artists and stuff during the week, during the daytime, is great. Except for Wednesday. Wednesday, as I said, the film festival, it's pretty much all RSVP booked out and stuff like that. Yeah, if you can get in, I can't guarantee that you'll get a good spot or anything. Seating's that's been gone for about a month. No seating. I'm sorry, but yeah, Monday tomorrow is the best time to come and check it out, hands down. Okay. And that's Tokyo Art Tank. And maybe I should say the future of Tokyo Art Tank. I wrote some notes here. I'm Bill Burring this, by the way. You know Bill Burr, the comedian? He gets on a microphone and he just rambles and talks about sports, this, that, and the other thing, and he's all over the map. And then that's me today. Today, I'm Johnny Burr, Bill Burr's younger brother. It's me and Billy Corgan. We're all related. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. The future of Tokyo Art Tank. What is the future of Tokyo Art Tank? I don't know until this one's done. Once 13 is done, of course, I've got Gallery Conceal, which is our gallery booked for the next couple of years. They love us just as much as we love them. But I'm thinking of having a warehouse. I've got some opportunities to rent warehouses in the Shinagawa area. And so I might do a huge warehouse one. But the thing is, I don't want Tokyo Art Tank to get too big because if you get an exhibition or a gallery that's too big with too many artists, and I think when you do that, it's really difficult to have that experience where you can meet every single artist and stuff, where you can talk to them and enjoy your time there, you know. So when it's too big, it's kind of bad. So I think having 30 artists right now is good, but if I find the perfect warehouse in the perfect location, maybe I can do it there for maybe a weekend or something. Not for a week, not for a week. Maybe like a weekend pop-up or something. And I do like pop-ups. I do pop-up shows all the time. I've got a pop-up with five amazing artists happening at the end of this month. And then in 2 months, I've got another pop-up happening. So yeah, yeah, the pop-up art exhibitions are great. But the pop-up art exhibitions that I do are not Tokyo Art Tank. Tokyo Art Tank is its own entity. Oh my goodness. And should I read the artist? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do a shout out for the artist. Forgive me. I'm under I'm unprepared. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Let me get a flyer. Hold up. I've got 5,000 flyers over here. 5,000 flyers. Oh my gosh. The promotion, the production, and everything that I have for this art exhibition is incredible. But yes, here is the flyer right here of Tokyo Art Tank. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, here's the QR code. It's got all the information there in English and Japanese. You can check it out. So if you don't speak English, I don't know why you're listening to this podcast or viewing us on YouTube. I speak fast, I talk fast, I move fast. I'm a fast guy. But yeah, everything here is in Japanese. And yeah, da, 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 da. To go to the back, I want to shout out to all the artists. Okay. Let's see. Me, the Spilt Ink, that's my artist name. If you Google me, the Spilt Ink, you can see all my stuff there. If you Google all these guys, you can see all their stuff. But okay, we have Rico Label, we have Yoku, we have Noya, we have Maimi, we have the fabulous Anthony H, we have CV, we have Scott Popular, we have Laura Nora, we have Lily, we have Nina, Momo, Mark, Monkey, Stefan, Miwa, Defect, Kei, Koichi, Kakuni, Katsuya. Forgive me. This is Jean-Philippe Pons. We have Tana. We have Isaiah Khan. We have Richard. We have Hiromi, Adam, Tanya, Miki Meguro. We have Teresa, Sachiko, Mikan, and Joji. And these artists here are going to be showcasing a variety of different kinds of artwork. We have, let's see, we have paintings, we have photography, we have illustration, we have woodwork, we have sculpture, we have a little bit of something for everyone. We even have video game artwork. So there's like a video game by Scott Popular. You can sit down. We're gonna have a sofa. I'm gonna try to make the room look like a living room, kind of like from the 1980s. You sit down and you can play some old school video games, which are video game art. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Yeah, Scott is very, very talented. And yeah, it's going to be at Gallery Conceal once again. And yeah, Gallery Conceal is a 3-minute walk from Shibuya Station. So if you go to Shibuya Station, if you're right by Hachiko, okay, with the tourists, maybe a 10-minute walk. There's a lot of tourists in Shibuya. Holy smokes. I went to Shibuya, was it last weekend? Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Actually, I've been spending a lot of time in Shibuya. I've been doing a lot of live painting. If you go to my Instagram, you can see all the artwork I've been doing. I've been going to nightclubs and painting in the Shibuya area. And yeah, the tourists, there's a lot of tourists. Tourists are great. Love the tourists. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, you go to Shibuya. Oh, it's kind of hard to move. So yeah. Anyway, that is Tokyo Art Tank. Thank you very much for listening to Got Faded Japan. And don't go anywhere because I do have the news. And yes, as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan talks about things happening in Japan, what we're doing in Japan. We do interviews of interesting people doing interesting things here in Japan. We interview a lot of comedians, a lot of writers, a lot of people that are in bands and promoters and organizers. We interview a lot of great people doing a lot of great things here in Japan. And actually, if you want to be a part of Got Faded Japan, if you're living in Tokyo, definitely give me a call. No, actually, don't give me a call. I never answer my phone. That's old school. Yeah, drop us a message, contact us one way or another and stuff, and hopefully we can get you on the show. And yeah, so we do this, but also we talk about the interesting, wild, bizarre news happening in Tokyo. I think I know we're the very first podcast that did the news in Japan. Nobody did the news before us. Actually, nobody had a podcast about Japan before us. So we started in 2009. Way, way, way back in the day. But yes, we're still doing the news. And without further ado, faders, let's crack open this news. We got some great stuff. Okay, I'm going to have to put on my reading glasses. Hold on. There we go. All right. Yo, what's up, faders? Got Faded Japan has got a new sponsor. Our new sponsor is Gamuso Bar, located in Asagaya, Tokyo. If you're kicking it in Tokyo and you want to get your groove on, get your fade on, you better get your ass down to Gamuso. Gamuso is located in Asagaya. It's about 11 minutes from Shinjuku Station on the Chuo line. Gamuso has weekly bands, weekly performances. And hell, if you got your own event and you want to hold it at Gamuso, we'd love to host you. So contact Gamuso at www.gamuso.com. That's www.gamuso.com. That's right, Gamuso has not only beers in the bottle, but beers on tap. We've got every drink you want, so come on down to Gamuso. Gamuso, and if I'm working, tip me. Have your attention, please. Attention. Hey, yo, what's up, faders? Johnny here. You know I love booze and news, but I also love art. So come on down to thespiltinc.com and check my art out. I've got tons of stuff there for you to check out. I've got paintings, I got prints, I got videos. And I tell you what, if you like a painting, I could probably sell it to you. And I tell you what, if I can't sell you that painting, I will definitely sell you a print. I've got prints of all my work. Prints are about 2,000 yen each, about $20. But if you buy two, you get the third one for free. So come on down to thespiltinc.com. Yo, and on top of that, I'm looking for commissioned work. So if there's something that you want me to do, I can make it for you. Just check out my stuff and see if you like my style. And if you like my style, I can definitely paint you anything on canvas, paper, whatever. I've done it all. So come on down to thespiltinc.com. That is THESPILTINK.com. Thespiltinc.com. Proper. Mitsuya Liquors. Yo, what's up, faders? If you're in Asia, if you're in Japan, if you're in Tokyo, if you're in Asagaya, you better get down to Mitsuya Liquors. That's right, for the most affordable prices in Japan, you can get over 300 different kinds of beer. That's right, over 300 different kinds of beer. And of course, they got all the shochu you need, all the sake you need, and of course, they got wine from California to Italy to France to New Zealand. They got it all. When I say they got it all, they really, seriously got it all. There's no joke about that. So get down to MITSUYA Liquors. And if you go in there and you say, got fit in Japan, you will be more than welcome to go into their back room and drink those beers that you just purchased. That's right, got fit in Japan at MITSUYA Liquors. And 3 times a week, they have a sushi chef there. So get your sushi on, get your drink on, get your fade on, and come on down to MITSUYA Liquors, located comfortably in Asagaya, about 5-minute walk from the station.
In Tokyo and craving soul food? We've got just the place for you. Soul Food House in Azabu Juban. Check out what we do at soulfoodhouse.com. Come by and taste the love. We look forward to feeding you.
Are you in Harajuku with some out-of-town friends or your family or significant others? Yeah! Do you want to chill and drink beer and eat sandwiches while your friends overpay for glitter unicorn socks? Yeah!
And the flavor's gonna make you complete at Harry's Sandwich Company.
So come on down to Harry's Sandwich Company in the heart of Harajuku, right off Takeshita Street. See you there!
And let me blow this up. Make this really big because my eyes are not as good as they used to be. Boom. Okay, here we go. Okay, so faders, what we're going to do is move on to the news. And our first article begins with man arrested for hitting high school student he was dating on the head with a smartphone. Oh my gosh. You know, this kind of reminds me of that movie that starred Seth Rogen. It was called Pineapple Express. It was like a 40-year-old guy that was dating a high school kid, like a senior in high school somewhere in Los Angeles. Yeah, red flags. Red flags. A whole football field filled with red flags, okay? Stay away from... If you have a friend that's dating a high school student, you slap him in the face and you say, what are you doing? Are you insane? Don't date kids. Okay. Moving on. Police in Hokkaido have arrested a 21-year-old man on suspicion of assaulting a female high school student he was dating by hitting her on the head with a smartphone. According to police, the man is accused of assaulting an 18-year-old girl at a karaoke bar at around 11:40 a.m. on Saturday. I guess if you're going to date a high school student, which you shouldn't, I guess 11:40 a.m. is like the prime dating time, you know, because she's got reports and stuff she's got to do for school, maybe cheerleading. I don't know. Later in the day. Okay. After the incident, the girl ran to a nearby store and asked an employee to call the police. Oh my God. Police said the suspect has admitted to hitting the girl after they got into an argument. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Can you imagine what that argument was about? Maybe about her college plans, maybe her major or something. Maybe she got a bad grade on her report card. C's? How could you get C's? We stayed up all afternoon studying for your history exam. Oh my gosh. The girl suffered minor injuries, including bruises on her head. Oh my God. Oh geez, faders. Let's just have that sink in for a second. Okay, I guess we can take 2 things away from this story. We've learned that first, violence is bad. Don't do violence. Violence, no. Violence is bad. And 2, don't date kids. That's a big no-no. Okay, so yeah, violence bad, dating kids very, very bad. Okay, yeah, so that's our first story here. Okay, this next story, this was in the news. This is kind of big. Now, Japan is a very strict country. There's many laws here, and you have to follow the laws because if you don't follow the laws, you get in big, big, big trouble. Okay, especially importing laws. There's certain things you just can't import into Japan, right? We've got major laws regarding weapons and illegal substances and stuff like that. You know, you just can't bring it in. You know, maybe it's okay in your country, but it's not okay here. And if you do get caught bringing something from your country that may be legal there into Japan, which is very illegal here, you can get in some serious big doo-doo. And and I don't even read stories about people getting busted at the airport that much just because it's just the same thing over. You know, somebody comes in, they're like, hey, it's legal in my country. Sorry, Charlie, you come here and you're going to prison. Okay. But this is an interesting take on those stories. Okay. This story happened a couple of days ago. Here we go. Charges dropped against American arrested for bringing. Dun, 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 wait for it. Wait for it. What is he bringing? What is he bringing into Japan? A gun. The guy brought a gun into Japan. Out of all the things to bring into Japan, all the things to bring on an airport and then bring into an airport or onto an airport, guns are bad. That's like the number one most bad thing. Don't do it. This what was this guy thinking? Okay, let's read on. Wait, it said charges were dropped. Yes, charges dropped against an American arrested for bringing a gun into Japan. Ooh, the suspense is killing me. Prosecutors on Thursday dropped charges against an American man arrested in March, for alleged possession of a firearm after bringing a handgun and ammunition in his luggage into Japan and passing through airport customs undetected. Okay, that's bad. That's interesting. Okay, first off, how do you talk your way out of this kind of a situation? What did he say? I'm American. I'm a lawyer. Do you know who I am? Oh, God. If you're visiting Japan, please don't say, do you know who I am? Because everybody in Japan has met somebody that's visiting Japan that said, do you know who I am? Nobody cares who you are. We don't care. Moving on. Prosecutors did not provide a reason for this incident. I can't read. Hold on. Coffee break. I'm talking too much, talking too fast. Let me get back in the groove. Prosecutors did not provide reasons for this incident. The 73-year-old man. Local police said he arrived at Kansai Airport in Osaka Prefecture on a flight from Hawaii. I would expect this flight to be from Texas or Detroit. The following day, he realized the revolver loaded with 3 bullets was in a bag in his suitcase. Uh-oh. He reported the discovery to an attendant. He was booking a cruise ship in Kobe later the same day and was arrested on March 24th. The case highlighted concerns over screening measures during the World Expo opening in the city of Osaka. Many international arrivals are expected during the event, which is lasting 6 months from April 13th. Okay, this story gave us no information, really. This guy brought a loaded handgun onto an airplane into Japan and got off. Maybe he's like FBI or ex-FBI or something, or CIA or NRA or I don't know, IRA, ABC, XYZ. Who knows? Maybe he's ex something like that or whatever. Maybe it was a mistake that way or something. But yeah, oh my gosh, whatever you do, do not bring anything illegal into Japan. I cannot stress this enough. You do not want to be in this kind of a situation. It is not the best way to start a vacation, okay? You're with your kids, your family, everybody wants to go to Disney Sea, you're definitely going to put a damper on the vacation if you have if you get busted for something illegal. So do not bring anything into Japan which is illegal. Okay. Moving on. 27-year-old man arrested for assaulting father by throwing TV remote control at him. Okay, all right. We just read a story like that. All right, let me just see. Yep. Okay, cell phones hurt when you get hit on the head. TV controllers, ouch, they hurt. Okay, that's enough of this story. This story's finished. Okay, we don't need to read this story anymore. Okay, moving forward to our next story. Radiologist arrested for filming patient's breast during x-ray. Oh my God. Remember that band X-Ray Specs? Great band. Police in Kagoshima, Saitama Prefecture have arrested a 30-year-old radiologist. Radio killed the video star. Radiologist on suspicion of taking voyeuristic images after he used his smartphone to film a woman's breast while she was having an x-ray. Okay, although very wrong, why didn't he just use the x-ray? I mean, he's x-raying the girl. Why didn't he just use that video? Why would he use his smartphone? Okay, interesting. According to police, Masamichi Hikata, a radiologist, is accused of filming the breasts of a woman in her 20s during an x-ray using a smartphone in his coat pocket on February 27th. The woman became suspicious when she saw the camera lens and Hidaki's phone pointed at her and suspected that it was recording. She reported the incident to a hospital employee after the x-ray was completed. Police said Hikari has admitted to the allegation and quoted him as saying, quote, "She was the type of woman I liked, so I wanted to keep a record of it." End quote. Well, I'll tell you one thing, buddy. You may like her, but she don't like you. Police are currently investigating whether Hikari has filmed other women during x-rays. I'm going to point towards yes. Oh my gosh. What a slime ball. All right, let's see. Moving forward. Oh, here's a funny story. Okay. Thinking she was giving money to Mick Jagger to invest for her, woman conned in Japan. Okay, so a woman thought she was giving money to Mick Jagger. As some of you know, Mick Jagger is the frontman of the Rolling Stones, a very famous rock and roll band from the 1960s. I think they still might be touring, actually. Good for them. Okay, here we go. We all like to think we're immune to scams and con artists around the world, but you never can tell when they come for you and in what way. Everyone knows to be wary of the Nigerian prince and sudden calls from family members who don't quite sound right. Those scams are called ore scams here in Japan, by the way. But sometimes scams strike in the form that you least expect, like Rolling Stones' Mick Jagger. It all started last December when the victim, a woman in her 50s, living in Amori Prefecture, found an account on Facebook that appeared to belong to Mick Jagger. And incidentally left a comment on it. About a month later, she got a reply from another account claiming to be Mick Jagger's manager. Unfortunately, the woman didn't do background check. Okay, listen, you got to do a background check when Mick Jagger's manager contacts you, okay? Trust me. After some initial back and forth between the two, the manager offered the woman a type of membership-based service. Wow! In which fans send money to Mick Jagger. Yay! Who then multiplies it and sends it back to them. Hey, wait a second. This doesn't sound right. Mick Jagger is like super rich. I think he's knighted by the Queen. The service was offered in two tiers. One, kind of like our Patreon. Sign up for Got Faded Japan's Patreon, not for Mick Jagger's investment scam. Okay, once again, the service was offered in two tiers. One in which an investment of 700 USD would yield $290,000. Well, sign me up. Or the VIP course, which could turn $4,000 into $1.1 million. The woman selected the cheaper one. Well, she's economic. I would too if I was in the same situation. She began with making 2 bank transfers to personal accounts, which totaled of, 19,000 yen, which is about 19,000 yen. The yen to the dollar is not that much right now, but still, whatever. Then in a later half of February, she made 10 purchases of electronic money totaling of 101,500 yen at a convenience store, likely through prepaid cards or cryptocurrency, whose codes she sent to Mick Jagger's manager on Facebook. Okay. The woman's final message informed her that she would have to make another payment in order to receive her earnings that Mick Jagger had generated. However, soon after all communication ceased, the woman turned to her family for advice and was convinced by them that she was the victim of fraud. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This poor lady. How old was she? Does it say how old she was? A woman in her 50s. Oh, come on, man. You're in your 50s. You should know better than this. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I tell you what, though, faders, I would love to be a fly on the wall during that family conversation. Could you imagine? She's there and she's got her kids, her grandkids, maybe her brothers, her sisters, maybe even her parents. And she sits them all down. And she's like, all right, everybody. I have met Mick Jagger, and he's investing my money for me. In fact, he's a financial genius, believe it or not. He's not only a rock and roll star, he's a financial genius. Who knew? And I've been giving him my life savings and your life savings, and yes, and he stopped contacting me after I gave him everything. And yeah, I just want to know your thoughts. I would love to be there. I would love to be there. Oh my gosh, could you imagine like the teenage kid being like, because of course there's a teenager and he's got to be like, "You did what? Mick, who is Mick Jagger?" Nobody under 25 knows who Mick Jagger is anymore. Oh my gosh. Mm. Yeah, listen, if you're going to do any kind of investing, do it on your own. Call up Fidelity, Interactive Brokers, start up your own accounts, invest in index bonds and stocks or whatever. The VTI, I guess, is okay. Yeah, whatever you do, don't give your money to celebrities. Celebrities have enough. How many t-shirts have you bought? How many concerts have you gone to? How many records and CDs and MP3s have you downloaded from this band? I mean, they got enough of your money. Don't give Mick Jagger any money anymore, okay? Mick Jagger, he's got castles, okay? He's got castles. Oh my gosh. And by the way, this isn't Mick Jagger. I guarantee this is not Mick Jagger. That was not Mick Jagger's manager. Could you imagine? Mick Jagger's manager. I wonder if the manager has more money than the Rolling Stones. Because managers generally make a lot more money than a band, because when I organize music events, I pay the manager, and then the manager pays the band. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think about that. Oh, geez. The most richest person in the Rolling Stones family is asking for money on behalf of the Rolling Stones. Oh my gosh, no. There's got to be that massive red flags, the size of the planet. Okay, all right. Moving forward, let's do one more. Okay, another voyeur one. Another voyeur one. Uh, okay, all right. Here's an interesting one. Okay, this is my last story, faders. My last story. Man mixes nicotine into ex-girlfriend's toothpaste, puts liquid mercury on her pillow. Oh my goodness. Oh, nicotine is really addictive, and mercury is just poison. It's toxic. A 37-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after he broke into the home of his ex-girlfriend and mixed nicotine into her toothpaste. Police said Yuki Yanagi, a company employee, is suspected of breaking into the apartment of a woman in her 30s in Ota Ward on September 24th, using a duplicate key and attempted to kill her by mixing nicotine into her toothpaste and putting liquid mercury on her pillow. Oh, God. I don't think those things will kill you, but they're not good for you. They're not good for you at all. Okay. According to police, Yanagi had purchased the nicotine and mercury online in quantities that could have been fatal. Oh, okay. After brushing her teeth, the woman experienced symptoms such as numbness in her hands and feet, but recovered. She did not use the pillow after noticing that it was discolored. Yeah, mercury's red. This guy's an idiot, an evil idiot. Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess he used high a high level of nicotine. I guess if you have too much nicotine, it could be toxic. I mean, anything in high doses is toxic, even water. So that's bad. The two had reportedly discussed breaking up about a week before the incident. During questioning, Inagi partially denied the charges, saying, quote, I didn't do it with the intention of killing her. I just wanted to make things difficult for her. End quote. Oh my gosh. Listen, faders. Listen, faders. If you're listening or watching Got Faded Japan, you have half a brain. And so I don't need to say this to you, but I need to say it to the world. Listen, if you break up with someone, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, if you break up, just call it a day. Just call it a day, because this revenge plot or something like that, it's not good. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. And it's really bad for karma. Holy smokes. I believe in karma, man. You got to be good to everybody. You got to be good to everybody. And yeah, when you break up, just wash your hands and move on. Move forward. They do say there's a million fish, or there's countless fish in the sea or something like that. And that's true. That's definitely true, And let's just say you find the love of your life. You love someone, and for a time that person loves you, and things go bad, things get sour grapes, you know? And then once that happens and stuff, you guys break up and it's tough. It's difficult. It's bad. Your heart hurts. And it may take a long time to recover from such a breakup, you know, especially if you've been dating for a long time. But the thing is though, time moves on, you know, things change, things get better, you know, and I've seen that happen to several of my friends that had huge breakups. They were devastated for a long time, but now they're much more happy, you know. I mean, I had a friend that had a huge breakup that was very messy, and he washed his hands, and right now this guy is super happy. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. I don't know if they're getting married or something like that, but the guy's doing great. I've had my own situations. I dated a girl for 5 years. She broke up with me. I left the country. One of the reasons why I left America. And yeah, that was devastating. You know, it was so bad. But you know what I did? I washed my hands. You know, I moved away. But overall, things got better. You know, and it takes time. So whatever you do, don't do anything like this. This is bad, and that's another thing that we learned. Wow, we learned so much from Got Faded Japan, huh? We learned what not to do in Japan. Bringing illegal things to Japan, don't do it. Getting quote unquote revenge, don't do it. Yeah, just be happy. You know, be positive. Love one another. You know, just be the best person you can be. And support Got Faded Japan on our Patreon. Hey, oh yeah, we do have a Patreon. Anyway, faders, thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. Thank you for lasting this long. And yes, I Bill Burred this episode. I just talked for the last hour. I rambled. I got off topic. I misspoke. But hey, you know what? I'm doing a podcast by myself for the time being. And so this is the best I can do. So I hope you enjoyed it. And be cool to each other. Be cool to each other, man. You go to a bar, you see somebody sitting by themselves, looking like kind of lonely or sad or something like that. You don't need to talk to them, but maybe buy them a drink or something. Be like, hey, looks like you need a drink. Here's a drink. Have a good night. You know, maybe do something like that. Be cool to each other, you know? And and if you do come to Japan in April and to see the cherry blossoms, I just remember a couple of things that I said, you know, get outside of Tokyo, see the cherry blossoms somewhere else and stuff, because Japan's a beautiful country. The country is so beautiful. You go to Okinawa, Hokkaido, Niigata, you go all the way down to Izu. It's a different world in every part of Japan, and it's all beautiful. And to see the cherry blossoms in these different parts of Japan is absolutely magical. Absolutely magical. I can't express that enough. It's beautiful. So, you know, get out of Tokyo and see the cherry blossoms there. And thank you very much for tuning in. Go to our Patreon, sign up. If you're going to go to Tokyo Art Tank Monday, that's the best day to go. And be cool to each other. On that note, peace.
My little brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Will you wait till Mom finds out, buddy?
I've got a government job to abuse and a lonely wife to fuck.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
God, the pressure! I can't take it! I can't take it! I can't stand to it!
You sure excuse me?
We're going freaking! We came, we saw, we kicked his ass!
Your move, creep.
Oh, man. I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up repugnant shit.
Suicide.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.